Alright, hopefully this is working this time. I wanted to show you a little something about what these pictures are, make them less static and more static, non-optional. The top two windows are the radio frequency spectrum that I'm passing. I'm from the radio into this software. On the left, this bluish area is the 49-meter AM broadcast shortwave band, one of a few. On the right, roughly this green area, are signals from the amateur radio 40-meter band, which shares some of its space with AM signals. You'll see they look a bit different. In the middle here are various different kinds of signals. This looks like some sort of radar signal. There's different kinds of signals. The colors are energy from those signals, and they're represented here in these two different charts. This is a historical chart, and this rolls on past. I can slow it down. I can slow it down considerably, and it shows us over time what the signal has looked like. In the bottom is an instantaneous signal indicator, essentially. On the bottom is the audio. This is set to 3000 here, and I'll show you more about that later. That's 3000 hertz in this because it's on lower sideband, which you see here. So to get started, we'll pick an AM broadcast signal here, and I want to show you AM and sideband. When I click on this, it's going to automatically change to AM, and it will enable automatic frequency control, and it will try to dive right into that frequency. Let's tune about. Here's a Russian radio station. Sounds like. Let's zoom in on that station. You see I'm zooming in here. And what I mean to show you is this center is the carrier, which you hear about. And to the right and to the left, this is the energy being put out by that alongside that carrier. Here in the bottom, this shows, the bottom here shows the audio bandwidth that I'm using to decode this signal. And that's represented up here by this light blue area. You see if I grab here, I can restrict that. And here I have it at 2000 on either side of this signal. So these other things aren't coming through. You'll also notice, well, that's enough to notice. Oh, right now it's getting a little lost. The automatic frequency control is getting lost, and it just had to refine the carrier. I'm going to roll this back out to nearly 6,000, which you see is larger than the energy being expended, which is more like 5,000, which is really what it should be. So I'll put that down at 5,000. And now you see how that matches a lot better. Let me turn this up. And this I'm going to change to lower sideband now. And you see how this only shows the left side now. We still have this radio frequency signal, but we're processing just the lower sideband and only 3000 kilohertz of it. If I change the zoom on this, I can bring it out to that full width of 5,000. And that's a very rich sideband signal. Hams put out 3000 hertz. So if I go to upper sideband, you'll see that we're decoding the upper sideband now. And we switched over to there. And also, there it is. If I bring this in, you can see that now matches this better. And on the left, that matches better. That's 5,000 and 5,000. See that down here. 5,000, 5,000. We go to AM. Now we decode the whole thing. Radio Romania International, you probably heard.
Domnul avocat Mihai Nicolae, nu v-am întrebat niciodată asta și cred că este un moment bun să intrăm pe acest tărâm acum. Să fii cetățean american cu toate drepturile.
So this is a very strong signal, and it sounds much the same either way.
Și mai mult decât atât.
And that's what I wanted to show you about upper and lower sideband, what these signals look like.
Cunoașterea, expertiza și să o pui în slujba neamului tău, pentru că, de fapt, oriunde ne-am aflat în lumea asta, avem de ținut cont de un aspect.
Let's go over here to the ham band and try to pick a ham type of a signal. And we'll zoom in. We'll zoom in here. We're going to go to lower sideband, which is what amateurs use in this band.
That's really bad. But anyway,
there we go.
It's circled on around off the side of us, so.
And that's an amateur lower sideband signal. And you'll see here, it's running right here. You see that? It's running about 3,000 hertz. That's an amateur signal.
The 1000D here, 200 watts into the vertical.
So we can space this signal every 3,000 hertz and get a real crowded band. It's nice to leave a little bit in between.
The weather beginning to cool down a little bit after these 90 degree days. W3 MLJ, WD4 ERM.
So over here you'll see another signal. That's not fun. You also see these blank spaces. That's when there is no signal. There's also no carrier. There's always a carrier with an AM signal, as we see here to the right. And you see how these amateur signals are much more narrow. So this is a station out there calling to see who wants to work with them. They exchange a signal report and they move on. And it's a XYL or OYL, as they say, a young lady. So everybody is interested in that for some reason. It's probably a good location, but it's always good to work OYL. And very weak signals here.
Whiskey 5 Echo Tango Lima.
But you see, that was a stronger signal than the other guy, the Zulu station. We don't even see here.
5 Echo Tango Lima. You are 5-9 in Louisiana. Louisiana, over. Whiskey Alpha 6, Mike Hotel Zulu. Look out. For TL. That we had some of the commercial AM transmitters, and they were wired point to point. They didn't really have a chassis. They was a cabinet, and they had big old ceramic standoff insulators in there, and the wire was just from point to point. I've seen.
And here's an AM station that we share this band with.
Was pop her back.
www.spotworld.com.
There you go. A little bit of something about AM, USB, LSB, signal bandwidth, filtering, and clicking and pointing on the spectrum display to listen to and decode signals.